guys, welcome to the channel. In today's video we're going to cover the UTTU event, and we are also going to cover part 2 of the Theft of the Remit Cup event. But before I get started on the video, make sure you guys comment, like, and subscribe, and also turn on post notification bell so that you guys can always stay tuned to post new videos. I'd really appreciate it. And if you guys are new here on the channel, if you have any questions regarding various games such as Tower of God New World and Reverse 1999, you can join the Discord server by going to my channel description. You see the server link there, and I'll also post a server link in the comment section down below. But anyways, let's not waste any time. Let's hop right into the video. So as you guys may know, part 2 of the Theft Remit Cup event launched today. So we basically have the UTTU, we have the puppy and the hippie, and we also have Pickles free translation. So the first thing I want to talk about is Pickles free translation. So basically for Pickles free translation, you basically get rewards and materials that can help you ascend Pickles. So all these materials you see right here in these rewards, these are all for Pickles, because if I come over here, and yes, I already got my Pickles to insight level 2, but when you're basically leveling up your Pickles, as you can see for the insight, if I were to go back to insight 1, I don't think I can look at the materials before, but when you're leveling up your Pickles from insight level 1 to insight level 2, you're basically going to need most of the materials you see here. You're going to need this, you're going to need the biting box, you're going to need a Solidus, you're also going to need the Spell of Fortune as well. So you're basically going to need these resources and these materials in order for you to increase Pickles insight. So doing this will really help you a lot and benefit you. And of course you're going to have to grind out, the mineral books to level him up, but these are mainly the resources you need to level him up from insight level 1 to insight level 2. There's other resources, but these are like the main materials that you really need. So this is extremely helpful. And basically how you claim these rewards is you come over here to item source and you basically complete these daily tasks. And as you guys can see, I already cleared mine, but there's going to be daily tasks, and the more you clear them, you're going to get these points, you're going to get these acoustic components, and the more you get these, the more you can basically go up the rank and you get more rewards. So right now I have 580, so if I get 10 of these, then I'm going to get 590. I'm going to get closer to that 700. So in order for me to claim this reward right here, I have to get 700 acoustic components. So that's pretty much how this part of the event works. And it's really important, especially if you have Pickles. If you have Pickles, you definitely want to do this. And you also have the challenge tags. You can basically complete these challenge tasks anytime. But for the log into the game for 5 days in total, you just have to basically log in the game for 5 days and you can get 100 of these. So this is actually really important in order for you to increase your Pickles insight. So that's pretty much Pickles free translation. Now we come over here to the puppy and the hippie. So this is another basically mini puzzle event. I already cleared all of them, but basically it's not similar, but it's almost the same thing as the Thief of the Thief. Actually, no, not the Thieves of the Thieves, but basically that puzzle event where you had to move this little item to like a pedestal or something like that. That's pretty much how this event works. So I'm going to give you guys an example. So this is basically how this event looks. It's basically a puzzle. So you basically want to avoid this cop right here. These little things right here, like these little items, they basically just get in your way, but you definitely want to avoid this little cop right here, because if you get caught by it, then you're gonna have to restart. So in order for you to get the max rewards, of course you're gonna have to complete these objectives. You have to reach the goal in 20 steps. So if I move one step here, that counts as a step. As you guys can see, it counts as a round. So rounds are basically steps. So I have to reach the goal within 20 steps. So the first objective is to reach the goal, and the second step is of course to reach the goal in 20 steps. So I'm going to try to reach in 20 steps. So that's already 3 steps. I'm going to go back. Okay, we're going to go up. We're going to come over here. And remember, I have to avoid this cop. I don't want to get caught by this cop. So we're going to go back down. And then we're going to go up. And we're going to come over here. If you get in front of these little, basically if you don't get in front of a column that doesn't look like a cop, a pillar that doesn't look like a cop, then you're good. You just have to stay away from the cop and you won't get caught. These things will just get in your way, and that's pretty much it. And as you guys can see, I cleared it within 20 steps, so I'm able to receive 4 rewards. So that's pretty much the first level. I'm not going to give you guys, you know, how to, like, I'm not going to give you guys, you know, tips and tricks on how to do it, but that's pretty much how you go through this event. Now you also have these C1, C2s, and C3s. These are basically like more challenging. Like, in order for you to get basically in order for you to get all the clear drops, you're gonna have to complete all of the ones that have numbers, like the ones that says 1, 2, 3, 4, and then you come over to night cruise and it says 5, 6, 7, 8. In order for you to get all the clear drops, you have to clear these. But after you complete those, if you just want additional resources and materials, you just have to clear the C1s through C6. So I'm gonna go ahead and do C1 for you guys so that you guys can basically understand. So for this part, these little cans right here, you can use this to distract the pillars. So I'm gonna go ahead and grab this. Right, as you guys can see, this pillar is already, you know, distracted. So I'm gonna put this pillar right here in the bottom, and this guy with the sight on it on top of his head, the crosshair, he's going to stay focused on this target right here. So I have to get Pickles and Apple to reach the goal. So I'm gonna take him and I'm gonna put him over here, and he's gonna follow me. So I have to stay away from this guy as much as possible. So we're gonna keep going. We're gonna keep going. We're gonna keep going. And remember, these guys aren't cops, so they're not gonna catch you. So we're gonna keep going. Keep going again. And then we're gonna put this over here so that they can distract this guy. And then we made it to the goal. So he made it to the goal. And the fact that he made it to the goal, then this cop right here, the aiming thing that was on top of his head is completely gone, because he reached the goal. So he's just going to stand there and not even move. So then I can move Pickles to the goal and we complete it. So basically, whenever you see that little crosshair on top of the cop's head, then that basically means that he's going to follow one of your ally units. So you want to make sure that, you know, they stay away from the cop, because even though you're basically moving away from the cop, he's still going to follow you. So you want to make sure that the cop that has the crosshair on top of his head, the ally unit that he's targeting, you want to make sure that that ally unit makes it to the goal before he catches you. So that's pretty much the puppy and the hippie event. Like I said, it's just a puzzle. You're gonna have to think hard. Like, it's not really that hard, but if you actually pay attention and understand, then you can literally go through this without, you know, trying to look up guides and tips online. So it's actually pretty cool and really fun. So I actually enjoy it. So those are like the 2 little mini events. Now we move on to the big boy, which is UTTU. So UTTU, basically, this is how UTTU works. So you have a UTTU market. So the UTTU market is basically an exchange shop. It's basically similar to the exchange shop. You can get a free Apple skin right here. As you guys can see, this is the free Apple skin. And you can also get various resources in here. And the resources here are actually really good. I already bought a lot of dust because I need to level up my Pickles. And I'm pretty much working on my Sharpodontes, and then I'm gonna try to get Apple skin and then worry about the rest of these resources. And also I'm definitely gonna try to get the mineral wealth so I can level up my Pickles. So this event is basically for Pickles. Like, if you have a Pickles, you definitely want to clear this exchange shop so that you can level up your Pickles to insight level 3. So that's pretty much the UTTU market. And like I said, you don't want to waste your resources on not waste your resources, but basically you don't want to waste your UTTU shopping receipts on like the wrong things. You want to make sure that you're spending your UTTU shopping tickets on the right thing. So that's pretty much the exchange shop. Now we move on to the fame cards. So fame cards are basically buffs, and there's different rarities to fame cards. So the way you unlock fame cards is like, once you come to UTTU market, you come over here to the qualifiers, right? So the qualifiers is basically like levels, is basically chapters. So the more you progress through the chapters, the more you can basically progress through the UTTU content. So as you guys can see, when you complete chapter 1, you literally get a fame card right here. As you guys can see, when you get this fame card, it says when the caster enters battle, the caster's rightmost incantation +1 star. So it's basically a buff. You can put this buff on a specific character. So you want to make sure that the buff, like the fame card that you're putting on your character, is actually a good fame card for that character that can actually benefit that character. You want to put a random fame card that doesn't even benefit the character. So I'm going to go ahead and show you guys how this works. So we're going to come over here to chapter 4. So for chapter 4, our reward is basically just more UTTU exchange materials, like basically this ticket. So we're going to go ahead and try to clear it. And this is how it's going to look like. So when you have your team, right, you can also have different teams. Like this is my team, like my first preset, but when you go to like your second preset, you can basically have different presets, which is honestly pretty cool. So I'm going to stick with my first preset. So for my first team, I have this card associated with my DK. So when the caster enters the battle, the caster's rightmost incantation plus 1 star. This only triggers 1 time. I put this on my DK. And then for diggers, not diggers, but for Pickles, the card that I have with him is when entering battle, Moxie plus 3 only triggers once. The reason why I have this on Pickles is because when Pickles has his ultimate, he can basically place a damage bonus to your team, which allows your team to do a lot of damage. And if he's in his, he has like this little state, I forgot what it's called, but he has this little form. When he takes this form, he can basically increase the duration of his damage bonus. So I feel like this is a really good card for Pickles. And the fame card that I have for my Eternity is when the caster casts a mass ultimate, this attack enjoys penetration rate plus 20%. She has a mass ultimate, so she's going to ignore mental and reality defense. So that's pretty much how the whole fame card works. So I'm going to go ahead, when you click start reading, you basically enter battle, and this is how it looks like. Let's go ahead and let's get through this. So as you guys can see, the fame card that I put on DK, it automatically triggered, it automatically procced, and she has 2 incantations and it only triggered 1 time. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put, let's put Eternity card down first, and then let's enhance these 2. And I'm definitely going to make a Pickles review probably tomorrow, because I feel like Pickles is absolutely insane. Like, he's crazy, but that's going to be on a later, like on the next video. So as you guys can see, we already have Pickles ultimate because he has that 3 Moxie already, but it only procs 1 time. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and we're going to, I feel like we should save his ultimate. I mean, we could literally beat this easily, but I'm just going to show you guys how this works. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to buff up DK, and we're going to attack this guy because he already has the taunt on. So let's do this. All right, now we have 2 clarified topic on Pickles. So now he's going to, I'm going to use his ultimate, and the damage bonus is going to increase. So it's going to stay for an additional round. So we're going to use his ultimate, and then we're going to use this AoE attack. So I'm going to put it on this guy right here, and then we're going to use Eternity AoE attack. All right, so that guy's dead. Nice. And then we're going to use Eternity, and boom, we beat it. So that's pretty much chapter 4. And then after you clear chapter, you move on to the next chapter. So that's pretty much how the UTTU works. It gets harder and harder, of course, but that's the fun part about it. So that's pretty much how the chapters work, the readings work in UTTU. So for the next chapter, when I clear, I'm going to get 2,700, which is pretty much, that's a lot. So now that I explained you guys how to go through the chapters and basically how you progress through UTTU, now we need to talk about how you actually get fame cards, because you can get fame cards when you complete the chapters. As you guys can see, like if you go to chapter 3, you get a fame card here. But if you want to actually obtain fame cards without going through the chapters, you come over here to UTTU retails. So UTTU retails is basically like a, it's like a gacha system basically. As you guys can see, you have a 50% chance to obtain a blue fame card, and you have these tickets right here. So I already used it 1 time, so now I have 9 tickets left. So these are going to refresh. I think they refresh daily. As you guys can see, it says 5 chances will be given at 5 a.m. each day. So you get 5 tickets per day. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to use this. And as you guys can see, this is pretty much how you obtain your fame cards. Now, when you get these fame cards, in order for you to actually obtain these fame cards, you have to fight enemies, and if you beat the enemies, then you're going to basically obtain the fame cards. So I'm going to go ahead and try to pick one. Looking at all of these, I feel like I should go with this. This looks pretty good. Let's go ahead and check it. So when dying, recovers 50% of lost HP. That's for Schneider. At the end of the round, if HP is above 50%, enters taunt state and takes 5% decreased damage. This will be pretty good for Tanat. And if no action was taken this round, recovers 10% of lost HP. So this is actually not bad. This is more of like a support. These are like support fame cards. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to try to clear this. So it basically tells you which damage type is recommended. It'll tell you the damage type right here, and it will also tell you the enemy level, which is insight 2 level 10. So basically it's going to tell you how hard and difficult the level is in order for you to obtain these fame cards. So we're going to start reading right here. We're going to enter, and in order for us to obtain those fame cards, we have to defeat these enemies. So let's go ahead, let's try to beat these enemies right here. So let's use DK. Let's use this. Let's combine that. All right, now we have one clarified topic for Pickles. We're gonna save that for his ultimate. All right, now let's use another AoE attack, and this time we're just gonna use, yeah, let's just use his attack right here. Let's use this and then use that. He should do a lot of damage here. All right, so now we have his ultimate, but I'm going to use this attack right here. I'm going to use that, and then we're going to use his ultimate, and we pretty much cleared it. All right, we cleared it, and now we should be able to obtain those fame cards. So as you guys can see, we have the fame cards. So that's pretty much how you get fame cards in the UTTU. You get them by basically using those tickets, and when you use the tickets, of course the ticket, like their currency, the amount of tickets you have is going to go down, but that's pretty much how you obtain fame cards. So that's pretty much the UTTU. It's pretty simple. You go through the chapters, you try to progress through it, and if you want to get stronger, if you're pretty much stuck on a chapter, you want to come over to UTTU Retails, you want to use your tickets, and of course, the more you progress through the chapters, the more you can basically level up. Not level up, but basically you can get better cards the more you progress through UTTU. So you come over to, when you come over here to Fame Card Binder, you can basically merge, I think you can merge the same fame cards. Let me see. So if I click merge right here, so these are the same cards, right? Let's say I want to merge these. So you can basically merge fame cards. The recycle station of UTTU fame card, drop off 3 fame cards of the same level and receive 1 fame card of the same level or above in return. So basically that, okay, now I get it. So if you want to get a better fame card, you basically want to come over here, right? You want to come over here to Fame Card Binder, and then you come to Merge Exchange, and then you can basically put all these fame cards down of the same rarity, and you can get a better card. You can get a better fame card. You might get the same thing because it says drop off 3 fame cards of the same level and receive 1 fame card of the same level or above. So it's technically 50-50. So I would definitely recommend you guys to not do that. I would definitely recommend you guys to just go through the chapters instead. Try to grind through the chapters, get, you know, better fame cards instead of just merging these cards, because you're definitely going to get, you know, gold and, you know, better fame cards the more you progress. So you don't want to merge these. You definitely want to merge these when you get better fame cards, but for now I would not recommend you guys to merge these because I don't even have a lot of fame cards. But you basically have to merge fame cards that are the same rarity. You can't merge like basically this turquoise fame card with like a dark blue fame card because they're not the same rarity. So that's pretty much how the merge system works. So yeah, that's pretty much the UTTU and pretty much the part 2 of the Death of the Remit Cup event. So far, this event has been absolutely insane. Like we basically had like 2 shops. We have the souvenir shop, right? We have the souvenir shop, and we also have the UTTU market, which also gives really good resources, especially if you have pickles. And this shop basically gives you an opportunity to level up your pickles to insight level 1 to insight level 2, and also probably to insight level 3. And you can also, if you're using a certain side cube for pickles, you can definitely enhance that side cube by using by basically buying these enlightened materials. So overall, this market is really solid. I would definitely recommend you guys to try to clear this, especially if you have pickles. If you have pickles, you definitely don't want to miss out on this event shop. And the more you progress through the UTTU, you are basically going to encounter more challenging levels. So if I come over here to the info, if we go to this, I think the 3rd category. Okay, so if you come over here to the 4th category of like the info guide, and some chapters in UTTU retail, intensive reading will be available. 1 target damage recommended. Some chapters have a side note indicating a special way of reading it. Don't miss out. So basically, when you clear these intensive readings, basically difficult levels, you can basically get additional rewards. So like I said, the more you progress through UTTU, the more rewards you'll get, and you're definitely going to find the UTTU a little bit more challenging. And that is the reason why you guys should definitely focus on which fame cards you're using. You don't want to blindlessly use the wrong fame cards, because I feel like fame cards are a huge part of this event, because of course UTTU is all about fame cards. It's all around the fame cards, right? That's what it's all about. So if you're using the wrong fame cards, you're definitely going to fumble in this event. But make sure that you're using the right fame cards and you're also using the right characters. Well, anyways, I'll be leaving the video at that. Make sure you guys comment, like, and subscribe, and put your thumbs down below in the comment section of what you guys think about this event. Are you guys enjoying it? But yeah, so I appreciate y'all for watching this video, and I'll be catching you guys on the next one. Peace.